Right,
I have to say,
the
all this and a draw, that's all you get after. It's probably one of the most hard-fought drawing games I've ever seen. I mean, big half point for Thibaut from Mats. I totally agree. Super important that he managed actually to save that after... Of course, he must have been winning, of course, but
I mean, that was the roller coaster.
Arian is super slick. I mean, the Blitz is so sharp.
Slick.
He's a very slick player. Yeah.
Slippery.
Slippery and slick, yeah.
Slick. Sounds really sleazy.
But it was kind of sleazy though, going with the king up the board like that. I mean, there's no respect anymore. Okay, so Arian breaks up in the center. This is a Sicilian variation, guys. The Rossolimo with an early e5, which is not the most normal move, but a cool variation nonetheless.
I gotta say, these guys do not play your average standard theory here.
No, they don't.
Like,
they are booked up on some obscure stuff. I mean, and now, as we can see again, Jesper has had a fast start to the game. But I don't really like his position.
Do we think the Elite Series is going to happen this year? Well, this year, no. Next year, hopefully.
Yeah.
The first match has been rescheduled to January.
Yeah.
Earliest was the last thing I heard.
At the very earliest, yeah.
Yeah, so it's a bit still a bit uncertainty there.
There's some
who do you prefer?
Yeah.
Here?
In this position?
Yeah.
Oof.
White.
This is I would say white at first glance because his position looks positionally much more sound. But there's some potential in the black pieces here. I mean, the bishops are very nice though, if you can make something happen with these guys.
Yeah, I mean, the d7 pawn is very awkwardly placed.
But this looks super annoying though, right?
Yes.
Okay, rook a d1, very nice move. If you have to play bishop c6, then that's sort of declaring that your position is worse. I would not do that. Jesper down to 2.5 minutes, thinking a bit now after blitzing out the first opening moves in this slightly offbeat variation of the Rossolimo. d5. Okay, so he's breaking in the center. That's of course possible for Arian to take, but after an exchange operation here, we can see that bishop f2 and then queen c2 will regain both the piece and the pawn. So that's probably not something Arian will consider, playing queen h3. This would be a major catastrophe for black. So that's not something Jesper can allow. Maybe knight g7, but suddenly bishop f6, and it's starting to heat up around this king. His Majesty is struggling for oxygen on g8, at least looks like it. Of course, Jesper shouldn't lose this game either. I mean, 2.5 is a bad start for him, but after the last game, he showed that he can definitely cause Arian some trouble. If given the right position, then he can absolutely outplay Arian, but in Blitz, Arian is so difficult to shake. And tactically, he's almost second to none in Europe, so he's very good on his day, Arian in Blitz. But Jesper is not half bad. Halvard is projecting that the final will be Johan Sebastian Christiansen versus Arian, and that's of course a very strong final, but shouldn't rule Jesper out, at least not yet. That being said, this game is probably not his best, because now he's down a pawn after the beautiful bishop g6 sacrifice. Of course, hg is not possible. There's the mate in one. So he had to drop the knight on e6 in return, and now a second pawn drops on d5, and this looks lost already for Jesper. 3.5 is a very shaky start, but there's of course still chances, but he needs to win with the white pieces in the next game. Shouldn't rule Jesper out just yet, and we shouldn't rule Johan Salomon out against Johan Sebastian, sorry. That's going to be a very cool semi-final to follow as well. Probably time to resign here. Shouldn't resign in Blitz, Halvard. Should never do that, especially not in a match. So I hope Jesper will try at least for some moves to conjure up something here, and he does. Shouldn't resign yet. The next semi-final was also postponed, Frank. I think it's scheduled for Tuesday next week. I'll come back to you with some updated info on that, but we had to reschedule the semi-finals due to some scheduling conflicts. But I think early next week is the plan, and we'll see how Johan Sebastian Christiansen how he defends his position as one of the best blitz players in Norway in his match against Johan Salmon. So bishop g5 now, of course preparing some knight f6. Mats pointing out how strong Arian is, and he's saying that he might not have shown his full potential in Norway chess. Well, he showed at least parts of it, because he was winning against Levon Aronian, which would have been a major victory. He drew Fabiano Caruana with the black pieces, and he was doing pretty well against Magnus. Of course, there was some calculated risks from Magnus involved, but Arian had some very good positions. And it's not easy to just jump into a tournament like that and perform from game one. So it's a valuable experience for Arian, who will bounce back, and he has really done that in this match against Jesper. He will win this game as well. Full control from Arian after winning 2 pawns in the middle game, and it will be 3.5.
This is just...
Now you could resign. I was pointing out earlier that you shouldn't resign prematurely in Blitz, especially in matches. But this is resignable, because this is...
It is, but I guess it doesn't hurt to play it out, even though both of the players know that this is...
No, I mean he's got nothing to lose, but this is of course a last stand game.
I think I will just
take the liberty to update the score already.
So it's best of 10. That means it's the first person to reach
5.5. Yeah.
5.5.
So 2 more wins for Arian.